Yo guys, welcome back to SPVIDZ, and as you can probably notice, brand new lighting here, which I'm really excited about actually. So autumn has fully hit the UK, the weather has become really unpredictable, and on most days it's pretty gloomy now as well, so decided it was time to bite the bullet and get a pair of little studio lights. Now these things are really cool. They were only 35 quid, which is about, I think about $40, $45 maybe on Amazon. And they're just two little lights that go on the desk, and they're on tripods, so I can just position them wherever I want. And they're also fully adjustable as well, so if you just see, I can turn this one right down. I can turn it up as well. And they come with gel filters as well, which I'm going to do some beat videos this week probably, so I'll use the gel filters on those because they add some really cool colours to the video. So yeah, I hope this is better for you guys, because the last couple of videos I did, I know you were saying don't apologise, but the lighting wasn't good enough for me. I was relying heavily on natural light, and it just wasn't, it's not good enough anymore at this time of the year. So yeah, super happy to have a controlled light in here, and now this is going to be the new look of the channel probably moving forward. So yeah, that's out the way. As you can see here, we've got the Dr. Sample SP202, just an amazing piece of gear for the size, and the look of it as well is just crazy, isn't it? It looks so 80s, I think. So in this one, I just want to show you all the effects that you can use on the SP202. So there are some limitations to when and how you can use the effects, but I'm probably not going to focus on that too much. I just really want to get these shown to you guys. Really good for someone probably that's looking to buy an SP202 this video. So if you are interested and you want to look at the effects that come with it, then this is definitely the video for you. So as you can see at the top of the device, we've got 6 different effects here. We've got pitch, time, delay, filter 1, filter 2, and ring mod. Filter 1 is essentially a low pass filter. Filter 2 is not explained very well in the manual at all, but from what I can tell, you can just kind of like boost a certain frequency in the frequency range, so you can move the dial to control where this sort of bump is happening. So in the manual, it's described as this filter applies resonance to give a tone a distinctive character. So it's quite vague, but that's all we've got to go on. So I've loaded in a little beat that I've made ages ago. I keep finding old beats on my hard drive. So this is a beat that hasn't got any effects applied to it at the moment. That was recorded straight onto a Zoom recorder, so it's just a WAV recording basically. So obviously I sampled that in on hi-fi, and I've actually realised I've sampled this in on mono as well, but that shouldn't matter too much. Obviously, as I've mentioned in a previous video on the 202, you have got the 4 different sampling modes, which are really amazing, to be honest. That's one of the main reasons you're going to be wanting to get hold of this bit of gear. The next one is the pitch shift, which I'll show you first. So I've got this little loop recorded in. I don't know if it's looping perfectly. Doesn't matter for this video. So I'll go ahead and show you the pitch shift first, which is definitely the best effect that you're going to get on this. Is So as you can see there, you only get the one control for all the effects. This is the only thing, you can only play with one parameter. As you can see there, that does change the pitch, but it also changes the BPM as well. So it is a kind of time stretch and pitch sort of bend at the same time. But obviously this is a full beat that I'm messing around with here, but this on samples is just a killer effect. So you can really slow down a sample, really detune it and make it sound nice and dark and gritty. It can absolutely transform the sound of a sample from a sort of having a quite like nice happy vibe to it to really darkening a sample. So the pitch shifter on this is incredible, and it's one of the main reasons why I ended up getting this unit. So time stretch is essentially trying to change the BPM of the sample but maintain the pitch, I imagine. Otherwise there wouldn't be any point in having pitch and time at the same time. So yeah, go ahead and hit the time effect. So for a sampler of this kind of stature, really, of this technology, that is actually quite impressive how it manages to change the BPM of a sample but almost manages to maintain the pitch of it. Now, one of the great things about the pitch and the time is that you can use them in conjunction as well. So if I change the tempo of this sample, now hit pitch. So there you go, you can change the BPM of the sample, but you can change the pitch at the same time. So you can have a slower sample, but you know, you can have it at the same pitch, or you can change the pitch, whatever you want to do with it, however creative you want to get with that. So that's actually really cool that you can use those two effects together for you know, for quite a primitive unit. This actually has got quite a lot of power, I think. So moving on, delay, that's fairly straightforward. We can whap some delay on. And yeah, that sounds absolutely chaotic, obviously, because it's a beat, but it might sound nice on like a vocal sample, like a little rap vocal sample that you might want to put a delay on. So, and yeah, and just the control knob on this one, that just adjusts the delay time. So basically going from the left to the right, that kind of just makes the delay longer or shorter. Left is shorter, right is longer. And apparently you can set a delay independently for each sample, so that is also quite handy. And yeah, again, I think that's just really pretty useful for just like little vocal samples and stuff like that. So moving on to the second row, filter 1, that's a low pass filter, and I'll just show you the effect of what it does. So yeah, low pass filters, essentially it's letting the low frequencies past, but it's stopping the high frequencies. So you can sort of dumb down a sample, you can make it sound a bit like more muted and take those high frequencies off with this filter, which is really nice. And actually this is one of the main things I've been doing with the 202, is just running beats through this and using filter 1, because you can get some real snap on the snare, I've noticed. I'm not sure if I think I might have mentioned this before, but yeah, you can get some proper nice snap on the snare. So I've been using this filter a lot, actually. I really, really like it. So yeah, some really nice lo-fi vibes from that filter. So filter 2 and ring mod are probably the ones that I use the least, just because I don't really think they give you that nice of a tone. This is what filter 2 sounds like. Yeah, and like the manual says, it applies resonance and gives it a distinctive character. Well, yeah, it certainly does do that, but I'm not sure how usable that is in terms of lo-fi hip-hop or hip-hop in general, to be honest. I don't think that's really a very useful effect. I mean, you guys happily can prove me wrong with that one, but I don't personally use filter 2 at all, to be honest, so. Yeah, and finally ring mod, again, is another one which is just, it sounds a bit whack, to be honest. Kind of gives you those sort of alien spaceship vibes, and for me, again, don't particularly use it that much. Yeah, don't know where you'd use that. Sometimes you can find a little sweet spot in an effect where it can add a nice tone, but for that one, I just can't find anywhere on that parameter where that actually adds something that sounds nice. So yeah, not one for me, that. Ring mod filter 2, not really that good. But yeah, there are quite a few limitations. My suggestion is that you just get hold of the online manual and read through that. One example is the delay can't be used on stereo samples, so if you are having trouble using the delay, that could be why. As I mentioned before, I recorded that loop in mono. That was actually probably accidental, but that's why the delay worked on that. So if you did want to add delay onto sort of vocal sample, maybe just record that in mono, then you can use it. Filter 1, filter 2 and ring mod can be used with a signal running through the unit. You don't have to have it on the internal storage or the card storage, but pitch and time, you can't do that with the signal running through the unit. That's as far as I'm aware. Please correct me if I'm wrong with that one, but I'm pretty sure that's it basically. So pitch and time, they need to be in the box. The bottom 3, they're good to go on a signal running through it, so you can just kind of use this as an effects pedal. Delay, I don't know if you can use that running through. It needs to be recorded in and it needs to be mono. So it looks like the top row, yeah, it needs to be on the internal memory. The bottom row, it doesn't. You can use it as an effects pedal with the signal running through it. So I think that is everything I wanted to show you for this video, guys. that is the SP202. They're all the effects. So I think now I've showed you all the recording standards that you can choose: the hi-fi standard, lo-fi 1, lo-fi 2, mono and stereo. I've showed you all the effects, and I have got a few more videos coming up on the 202, some hidden features and things like that, which are really useful. So stay tuned for those if you're into the 202 stuff. And yeah, I do want to do some more sort of workflows with this and show you guys how I've been utilizing these amazing effects. So yeah, if you're looking to get hold of one, guys, hopefully this was useful for you. If you already own one and you are watching, thanks a lot. It probably wasn't that useful, but hopefully you enjoyed it anyway. So that's it for this one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will be back with more content very soon. Peace!